Well, good morning and welcome back to Cityline. As I said in our last segment, ooh, guess what we have on the couch? Holiday fun with Zoolights and Fort Nisqually, because to me, nothing says the holidays like Fort Nisqually and Zoolights and food. And we'll get to the food later on. So please join me in welcoming Deputy Director of Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium, known to us in the community as PDZA, Sarah Oliver. You are the Deputy Director there. It's so great to see you again, and welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And this beautiful woman, when she walked into our green room, I said, "You're still with Fort Nisqually." She looks like Laura Ingalls Wilder. Her name is close to it. Lauren Curtis, you are the Event and Volunteer Coordinator at Fort Nisqually. Welcome back, my dear.
Thank you.
It's just so good to see you. Look at that smile. My goodness. Okay, so this is how this is going to work, because we have to give you equal couch time. So we're going to talk with Miss Sarah here a bit about Zoolights. Lauren, you get to rest. And then, Lauren, we're going to come to you and talk about Fort Nisqually. So don't snore too loud, okay? All right, okay.
Good, I'll try.
So, Sarah, tell us about Zoolights this year.
Oh, we're so excited. You know, we have a lot of new figurines in our Zoolights setup this year.
Oh.
So I think people will really enjoy coming and finding their old favorites as well as some new things.
Yes.
So we'll be opening on November 29th, the day after Thanksgiving. It's always our first day.
Wow.
This year we had a little tiny bit of extra time to set up, but we'll be going a little later. So
Oh,
November 29th to January 5th.
I love that. And look at this. So I saw some elephants in there. We've got some monarch butterflies. Can we talk about the man behind the lights for a second? I was telling you that we had the man who has done these lights for, and you said 37 years.
Yes.
Tell us about this man.
Scott Clark. He's our facilities manager at the zoo, and so he oversees everything about the buildings, the grounds, and Zoolights.
And tell us the sad, beautiful news.
It is sad but beautiful. We're really sad to see him go, but we're so pleased for all of his amazing career. And so this is his last Zoolights.
This is his last.
We'll be celebrating the last time that he needs to oversee all of these beautiful figurines and all the work that goes in to making sure those lights come on every night. Beautiful. You know, we had a windstorm.
We did. Oh, yeah.
All of our fingers were crossed that all their hard work wouldn't be ruined.
And we have
but
another
it was
one
fine.
coming up.
I know. Keep your fingers crossed, please.
Well, and we also know that Scott has been doing this for so long that those lights, he's going to be on deck making sure those lights are on.
He always is.
So tell us, because Scott's leaving, now you have all the great intel. This year there's over 1 million lights. Is that the most ever?
It is, absolutely.
Way to go out with a bang, Scott.
That's right.
I know, look at Lauren's mouth. She's like, oh, 1 million lights.
It's a lot of lights.
And how long does it take to set up 1 million lights?
It takes about 2 months.
Okay.
We always start October 1st.
That is incredible.
And yeah, our crew has been hard at work.
So as you have been at the zoo and Zoolights has been going on, what, in your opinion, are the community's favorite light displays?
Well, I think each family kind of has their own favorites, but I think it's a really unique display in that we have all of these wonderful Pacific Northwest landmarks and highlights. We have the Narrows bridges. We have all of the wonderful critters that exist in our area. And as you mentioned, we're adding some this year. So we have an African safari set up, which we haven't had in the past. We have some new figurines that celebrate the animals of Northwest Trek, Northwest native animals. So.
You know, I have to say, many people know that I taught littles for years. And this is by far one of the top 10 family things to do in Tacoma. And I'm going to even say it's great for the adults, because I've walked through this with my significant other and with a cup of cocoa, and nothing puts you in the holiday mood like holiday lights. All right, Lauren, are you ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
There we go, Miss Lauren. Lauren, for people who have just moved here and go, Fort what? Yeah. What is Fort Nisqually?
Yeah, so Fort Nisqually was the first globally connected settlement in the Puget Sound. It was originally down in DuPont, and then, and then in the 1930s was moved up to Point Defiance, was reconstructed, and what you see today is a living history museum in Point Defiance Park.
Oh, I love that. So this Christmas regale, it is been around for a long time. It has a cult following, but remind us what happens during that event.
Yes, yeah, it's our annual traditional holiday event. It's very family friendly. There are lots of crafts and activities. There's the harvesting and the cutting of the Yule Log. So we get all the kiddos to help out. They go out into the field, bring in the Yule Log, decorate it, and then they can actually help. As you can see there, cutting the Yule Log, and then you can take home a piece of the Yule Log to burn on your own fireplace on Christmas Eve.
I love that. And look at all the families around taking pictures. I mean, and this is so cool because I have to tell you, perhaps today's children don't understand how to cut down trees anymore. Tell me, what are we doing here?
So this is coffee roasting. So yeah, Valhalla will come out. They also donate the coffee that you can just have as a refreshment.
Yes.
And we do coffee roasting. So you get your own like green coffee beans and you roast them on the fire and can take them home.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. And of course, don't try this at home.
Yes.
And we have lots of Nisqually people who live there in the fort supervising. What's going on here, Lauren?
Here they're making holiday ornaments, which will have a couple different craft stations for that as well. But they're making tin, traditional Victorian ornaments to hang on your tree.
I love that. Oh my gosh. I mean, I still have the ornaments that my daughter and I did at Fort Nisqually. And she's now, you ready? In her mid-30s.
Wow.
So these are the gifts that keep on giving. Now, we mentioned coffee, but if you're from the Northwest, coffee goes well with food. Will there be food there?
Yes, we'll have our volunteers working out of our period kitchen and our bake oven.
Oh my gosh.
So there'll be ginger biscuits, Christmas cookies, so we can do some sampling of the traditional period appropriate food.
And if you've never seen food made at Fort Nisqually, it will give you a whole new appreciation for what we have at home right now.
Yes.
Because it is unbelievable, from making the fire to cutting up the vegetables to, no, there is no food processor. You got to do it yourself.
Yep.
Absolutely. Do attendees, I'm looking at this, and do attendees have to dress in period clothing?
No,
okay.
Certainly not. You can come in your normal clothing, but we will have a bunch of volunteers that will be dressed up in period clothing, so you'll see a wide variety of outfits.
I love that. What is this gentleman doing here?
He's a blacksmith, so he's forging some metal and probably making our blacksmiths make iron candy canes that we actually sell in our gift shop.
Do you really?
So yeah, you can come and purchase something that was made on site by our blacksmith.
And we just saw a beautiful woman in a rocking chair that was working on some cross stitch. Tell us about the volunteers, because they are volunteers, aren't they?
Oh yes, yeah.
These people don't get paid to do this.
No.
That is
they come
incredible.
In their free time.
And these people are walking encyclopedias. They live and walk the talk. I want to say thank you to both of you for being here today. This is an incredibly busy time of year. For all the planning that you started months and months and months ago, to now the juggling of logistics, to the praying to the bomb cyclone gods that nothing gets blown away. And for all the people that we couldn't get on this couch, thank you for making our holidays so precious and so bright. And happy holidays to both of you.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
When we come back, we will have Pet of the Week. You don't want to miss that. And we also will have the Puget Sound Revels here. The 3 people who are putting this on will be in our house. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.